Hello, everybody, and welcome to sunny Los Angeles, California, where the Los Angeles Dodgers are taking on the New York Mets in the National League Divisional Series, Game 5. Let's take a look at the Mets starting lineup. Curtis Granderson leading off in right field. He's hitting a hot .429 this series. David Wright at third base. And then Daniel Murphy is hitting third at second base. He's hitting .235 this series. He's had a good series so far. Yoenis Cespedes in the cleanup spot in center field. Lucas Duda at first base. Travis d'Arnaud at catcher. Michael Conforto in left field. Wilmer Flores at shortstop, and pitching is Jacob deGrom. Now let's look at the Dodgers starting pitcher, Zach Greinke. He has had a stellar season, 19-3 with a 1.66 ERA and over 200 innings. His K to walk ratio is 200 strikeouts to 40 walks, which is very impressive, don't you think, Keith?
Yeah, that is very impressive. You know, this is one of his greatest seasons in his career.
Now let's take a look at the Dodgers starting defense. Zach Greinke on the mound, and as you can see, the infield, you got Justin Turner at third, Corey Seager at shortstop, Howie Kendrick at second, and Adrian Gonzalez, as you can see there, with 4 gold gloves at first base. Now, as we look at the outfield, Enrique Hernandez is in left field, Jock Peterson in center, Andre Ethier in right. He was the Golden Glove winner in 2011. And as the game is about to start, Curtis Granderson steps into the box. A lot of intensity going into this game as winner takes all. Winner will face the Cubs going into the National League Championship Series. Both the Mets and the Dodgers have their best pitchers on the mound today, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is going to be a great series, Jim. So, here's the pitch. We're getting ready to roll. Playoff baseball.
Greinke winds, he deals. And he takes a fastball on the outside corner, strike one, as we get this game rolling.
Now, James, you know, Curtis has been swinging a hot bat this NLDS, batting .429 with 2 doubles.
Yeah, you know, he had a pretty good season at .256, but, you know, his divisional series, as he hacks at that one, now it's 0-2. His divisional series has been a huge lift for the Mets, as he's had a couple of big knocks. And he's been just consistent the whole series, and that's what the Mets have needed so far. Greinke looks in for his pitch.
You know, being the Dodgers, Greinke is the guy you want on the mound today.
Here's a pitch from Greinke. Fastball just outside, 95 miles an hour, a hard fastball there. Yeah, you know, Keith, I think that the Dodgers' starting pitching is so stellar that any one of their starters that are on the mound, you know, they have confidence in them and they can trust them. And Greinke obviously has had a Cy Young caliber season so far, and here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Diving, stop, no, it gets by him. The throw to first. He's out at first base. Granderson is not happy about it.
Wow. And that was Justin Turner on that play, who's normally the third baseman playing in the shift on this play.
Wow, that was a very crazy play. Let's take another look here.
It looks like the Mets are calling in to possibly review it.
Wow, that is close. That is very close. Turner makes a nice play. Granderson, who runs well.
I think he beat it. James, I think he beat it.
They might go to the booth for this one. We'll see.
And they are. They're putting on the headsets. Mets are challenging.
So right at the beginning of this game, we have a challenge. First play of the game.
Now, James, this is new in 2015 for those of you tuning in. The challenge is new for this year, and, you know, it's really brought to life this playoff series.
So, Claudia, you're down at the field. What do you think?
I mean, clearly you can see that the Mets fans, as well as the coaches and the team, are not happy. They definitely think that he made it, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know, they are, you know, convening at the base level of the field, and they are relaying back to New York to see if the play is going to be overturned. I think they have a good shot. It looks very close, and you know what they say, tie goes to the runner, and if you look at it right here,
there it
right
is.
there,
Foot's
he's
down.
safe.
He
Wow.
doesn't have the ball.
Yep, and they make the call, and the Mets have led off the game with an infield single. Overturned. They call him out originally, and then they've overturned that call.
You know, when you're swinging a hot bat, things like that just seem to go your way. Curtis Granderson with another knock in this here playoff series.
So, the Mets have led off the game now with a somewhat of a shaky start, but they get on. Leadoff single for Granderson, and David Wright steps up to the plate. David Wright has had somewhat of an up and a down season, but he's been healthy, which is good for the Mets. It's a good sign when David Wright can stay healthy for the whole season.
The captain, that is.
So Greinke looks in, he deals, swung on a miss, a hard fastball up in the zone.
That's a healthy hack by David. That's what you like to see from a guy, he's been hurt in the past, so getting up there and taking a nice hack like that just shows that he wants it.
David Wright has always been the catalyst for this team, as he's been with the club since 2004. So he's been around for a long time. He's seen the Mets suffer and he's seen the Mets succeed, and so he wants this more than anybody, to get to the championship series and then to the World Series and then to win a World Series for the Mets. Here's Greinke.
This is
fastball outside corner.
This is just David's second playoff appearance, when they made it back in 2007 when they lost on the Wainwright hanging curveball.
Beltran just looked right at it. Strike three.
Buckled.
Cardinals ended up winning the World Series that year. And so... Oh, I'm sorry. They lost the World Series that year. So that was even a worse defeat for the Mets to know that they could have been the team to win. But one pitch, that's all it took, one hanger. And Carlos Beltran looked right at it.
James, do you remember that Andy Chavez play that game?
When he robbed the home run, yeah, that was miraculous. That play was something out of a history book. Swung and a miss, strike three as David Wright goes down swinging. And we have one out here in the top of the first inning. Fans are getting loud here at Dodger Stadium. They're excited to see Greinke. Looks like he's got his best stuff so far. He's hitting spots. Ball's got good movement, as you can see.
That was a cutter right there, James. Look at how much depth he gets on that cutter.
That thing is in the strike zone, and then it's just not in the strike zone anymore. Picked it first. Granderson gets back safely. That has been Greinke's big pitch this year for him. He's had the most success off of his cutter as Daniel Murphy steps into the box. Zach Greinke has had one of the best seasons of his career, and his cutter, whenever it's been on, he's been dominant. The thing, it moves a solid 5-6 inches, and he is able to really dominate the hitters when he's able to spot up that pitch and throw it to where he wants to go.
And James, I can guarantee here, this is the end of his contract season, and I can guarantee he is going to get a ton of money after this year.
Who, Greinke?
Yes.
Yes, I can see that as well. I agree. Murphy's now up 2-0. It's two hard fastballs outside. Murphy's had a pretty good series. He's hitting about 250. He's had a great year for the Mets. Murph has really turned it around this year, and it is also his contract year. And so he has really turned it up and kind of showed the major leagues what he's got. Fly ball to left field. Running back is Peterson. It's going to drop for a hit. Granderson is going to round third. Here comes the throw, and Daniel Murphy going to third. He slides safe. A triple for Daniel Murphy, and the Mets are on the board in the first inning.
Now that's a professional hitter right there. Notice how he took that ball opposite field like that and drove it to the track, causing Granderson to score from first. Great swing from a great ball player. He
got his pitch. It was up 2-0. As you can see right there in a McFadden's Pub in New York, Mets fans are pretty excited. Granderson was hauling around the base path there, and Jock Peterson didn't look like he had a great look at it. He looked like he had a bad jump, and then he struggled to pick up the ball. And so that gave Murphy the right amount of time to slide into third safely to get a triple for the Mets.
Now you got to think here, too. Last year, without that, the overturn and the replay, the Mets aren't even scoring there. They have 2 outs. Mm-hmm. So this year, it's